Hi everybody. Whoa, I'm Nate from the Kraemer Life.
And Katie.
Also from the Kraemer Life. For those of you that are new here, I'll tell you a little bit about ourselves. We recently, well, a year ago, hi Kinsley, hi, purchased about 60 acres in East Tennessee, and we've been
Fixing it up and clearing the land and starting our homesteading journey.
Yeah, this place was not abandoned, but it was neglected for 20 years prior to our purchase, so we've been doing a lot of restoration in the land. And part of that effort has been using sheep to clear a lot of the brush that has overgrown in those 20 years. We also have 2 pigs. We have tons of chickens, free range chickens in coops. All of them are helping us in some way reshape this property into a homestead. Our sheep, we call them the Golden Girls, Blanche, Sophia, Rose, and Dorothy. Just recently moved them into a new paddock, probably 3 acres, 2 acres,
Yeah.
3 acres. Before we did this, we found that the sheep frequented coming over to either the carport or to the chicken coops because they like to lay under or around those enclosures and then rub up against them for like a scratching post. We are going to be using pallets. We have 4 pallets that we're going to be using, and we're also going to be using these
Scrap wood.
Yeah, this is the stuff that comes when you have a delivery with pallets and they strap it with the plastic strap. We are calling this
The Pallet Palace.
the Pallet Palace for you. Z. Use.
E-W-E.
This also works for rams, but we only have U's.
Yep.
So we're thinking this is going to be a pretty quick build. Should be pretty simple. We're just going to make it into a U shape. We do have some...
Because it's for you.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Actually didn't think about that. We also have some scrap sheet metal or metal roofing that we're going to use for the top.
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah, let's get started.
All right. So, we should just be able to do that. Dorothy's checking out her new home already. All 4 sheep are a Katahdin Dorper mix. Both of those are really good browsing sheep. They will go not only on grass, but they'll go into the brush. They'll go into thorns, they'll go into thickets, they'll eat poison ivy, they'll eat it all. And so these sheep are certainly helping us clear the land quite effectively, and they're just the sweetest little things. There's 3 blocks.
Probably 2x2s.
Yeah, some blocks right here, one down there, and one at the bottom. So we're just going to toenail a screw into there. There we go. How's that feel?
Snug as a bug in a rug.
Sweet. Okay.
That's not going anywhere.
Nah. Do we need more out this way, or are you okay with this depth?
I'm okay with this depth. I think that there's plenty of areas for them to go if it was raining.
Yeah.
And if they didn't want to be in this shelter. So yes.
Okay. And
I think that this is secure enough that we don't need my middle post idea.
okay.
Because I was thinking the roofing pieces would have stuck out past, and then we definitely would have needed something.
So if we do end up putting a second piece, we
could stake it later.
Okay.
But the worry is the sheep rub on everything, and if we were to put a middle piece, we would have to then secure it to the ground somehow.
Yeah.
And
right, so it'd be like a T-post we could do in there.
We would have to do something like that, yeah. Okay.
And then if we want it, it's going down this way already.
Yep.
So rain will hit, it'll go in these grooves, it'll fall down that way. But if we put this under, then we have even more of a slant.
Yep. To make sure it doesn't just pool, because what you don't want is it to sit and put too much weight here.
Right. No, that's not right. Really, it's not that big of a deal. It's a sheep shelter. It's not like it's the roof of a house. I'll probably do a few down here for good measure. But again, it's a sheep shelter.
It's a sheep palace.
Oh, that's right.
A pallet
It's
palace.
a pallet palace for you.
Yes. Nothing but the best for you.
All right. I call that a success. What do you think?
I think it looks good.
Fla. I don't know what flaw is.
I don't know what fla. The phenomenal pallet palace for you.
Use. Well, there we are.
A very simple build.
Very simple, quick, easy, very cheap if you have access to free pallets or if you have pallets on your property.
Yep.
And free sheet metal, all that kind of stuff. You can use really any roofing material.
I think we'll probably put a little hay in the bottom.
Okay.
I think just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give them a little area so they know it's kind of for them. It'll entice them to go in and get curious about it.
It's a good idea.
Since they have 3 brand new acres they haven't been in yet.
It's been 2 days since we built the pallet palace for use. And so we got a little bit of use case from the sheep.
Yeah, the most we've seen in there is 3 at a time. We've never seen all 4 get in there, so we just want to see if we can expand it out and make it so the roof doesn't.
Right, yeah, we didn't put anything in the center like Katie had suggested. And so the roof does sag over time and it collects the water when it rains. And so that doesn't work very well. So we're gonna do something to divide. So we're gonna take it apart and put it, we're gonna expand it.
We're gonna make it better. That's not going anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna scoot mine forward. All right, these 3 pre-drilled holes are all on the wood. This one is not. So my thoughts is I will unscrew those from the handle. We don't need this handle. And then that'll give us 2 pre-drilled holes that we don't have to worry about stripping anything out. And it just happens to be perfect spacing. So we can drill back in and connect to these boards. And this will give them an extra little scratchy scratch spot. This was just a little Dollar Tree hack. So got these at the dollar store, which is now $1.25, so they were $5 for the 4 of them. Just wanted to try 4 to see if the sheep would actually use them. They're curious about them, so we'll see. I'm hoping that they rub up against it and realize how wonderful it feels. But this right here is Dorothy. Dorothy, and then Rose is back. Hi, pretty girl. Rose is in here. Those 2 are really good. They've shed their fur. They haven't had or their hair, I guess. They haven't had an issue. But our other 2, Sophia and Blanche, they still have their full winter coats. And we see them kind of trying to scratch on stuff, but they always have brambles on them. So we're hoping that between the pallet and between these brushes, this will give them you know, that needed relief. We'll look for some bigger ones as well, but we just wanted to kind of put some on the pallet palace for use to see. So we can step out of the way and show y'all.
Yeah, so this pallet palace for use, now that we know the design and the parts needed, it's really maybe a 20-minute setup. It's really simple to set up, cheap materials that are available.
Either free or for very cheap.
Right, and so far the sheep really like it. So we'll show what the final part looks like, and there we are. Total of 7 pallets, and usually pallets come with these pieces of board that they use for strapping, so those were used as well. Some screws and 2 pieces of roofing material. It could actually just be one long piece that you cut in half. So we also added some support for the center portion of the roof just by extending some 2x4s. But sheep like it, and it is the perfect pallet palace for use.